still here after the lunch, and I hope I will not bore you. So I will be very structured. I also wanted to thank my colleague Philippe. Actually, I think it would have been better for better comprehension for everybody if our presentations would have been together, because we are always, the same players in the same playground, just from different perspective. But we are both tackling trade as facilitator and as putting that as a basis. So you will have now a presentation of what the Black Sea Trade and Investment Promotion Program does in the region. Also, yesterday we were talking a lot about different countries, different initiatives, who have developed. And I think it's really the time, as our colleague yesterday said from Rubini Global Economic Foundation, to look at the cross-border cooperation, like what can we do together, not each separately, like lessons learned or who does it better, but what can we do together. So, the perspective of United Nations Development Program and specifically the Black Sea Trade and Investment Promotion Program. The Black Sea Trade and Investment Promotion Program is actually a unique one for the region and for the whole world. It's unique for the region because it unites together 12 BSEC countries, and not only certain cities within those countries, but countries as such. This is the only running program which unites 12 Black Sea countries. Moreover, this is the only program in the world where Greek and Turkish governments have got united together, and they are equal co-donors. Plus the donors of the program is Black Sea Economic Cooperation Council and United Nations Development Program. So how exactly, how is this program is operating and what we are doing? So we have primary donors, which I just mentioned. United Nations Development Program is the one which runs and implements all the activities. And the beneficiaries are enterprises and entrepreneurs first. Secondly, business support organizations, and only thirdly, those are governments and ministries of the specific countries. This is a very brief structure, how the program is organized. I will not get into detail. This is interesting. Before we started the program, there was very extensive research done. And $96 billion, and that was back in 2007, so actually this number would have been much different nowadays. This is the interregional trade potential. So before we are looking towards the west or towards the east for investments or trade facilitation, we should look at the neighbor first. It's a lot there. So how this program is operated. It's a bottom-up approach. We are not tackling government institutions. We are first tackling the non-governmental organizations within a specific country, and our prime focus is the entrepreneur. We have several components. So investment component is one of those. We are acting like a broker, like a moderator. We do not provide investments, but we are bringing investments to the country. We are linking investors together, and so it's one component. Then another component is trade, which, exactly as Philippe said, is something that we can really leverage on. Capacity building, training. We have done also a lot here in Ukraine. Then green energy and climate change, that's a new component which have been incorporated, thankfully, to the government of Austria. So the prime sectors on which we are focusing, So these are 12, as I mentioned before, we have 12 countries, and within those 12 countries, these are the sectors which have been identified as the most beneficial ones. So those are here mentioned ones. And just last year, we have also brought on the table wine, climate change and green energy, and a specific program within a program which is called Nexus Business Brokerage, which will be dealing generally with things like our colleagues are doing with PricewaterhouseCoopers, but in different level. It will be a consulting support for startups and small and medium enterprises, completely free of charge. I mean, these were all nice terms, what I mentioned before, but how exactly and what exactly we are doing there, and how we are targeting those specific sectors and specific companies, and how exactly the entrepreneurs are benefiting from us. So first of all, those are face-to-face business forums in different sectors. We are simply bringing entrepreneurs together. Before there's a screening done, they can see each other. There is a specific online platform designed for them, and they are able to choose and see their own profiles and so on. We are using the practical application. So once we are having capacity building or training, investment promotion agencies or enterprises, they are able to implement it on the spot. Some very, very specific activities which I would like to focus on is agro-logistics. I mean, we have discussed now for 2 days that logistics, infrastructure, also agricultural sector, it's very much linked together, and it's something what is in a spotlight for most of the countries in the region. So we are having a very specific event which we are organizing in Istanbul this year, which is called agro-logistics, and which is focusing on a complete supply chain, starting from the producer till the importer, wholesaler in another country. It covers completely all the supply chain. And then we have the program which I previously mentioned, the Nexus Business Brokerage Program, which will be provided not only for the 12 existing countries. Generally, this program is designed on the 5 years of experience of the Black Sea Trade and Investment Promotion Program. So we are just capitalizing on our experience and accumulated knowledge, and we are putting a certain platform, certain metrics in place, which usually enterprises have to pay a lot, and in this case we are offering that completely free of charge. It's just a tool for enterprises to find each other and to do business together. We are just facilitators. Okay, here we are stuck. So this is the funny one. Just to wrapping up, about the Black Sea Trade Investment Promotion Program. This picture there, it's not actually funny. If you find it funny, it's good, but it's actually not funny. This is the way how our program works. Since we are the only ones in the whole region, in order to remain efficient and effective, and to bring results, and to keep our donors happy, we have to remain very focused and targeted. Moreover, we are not reporting really to New York or to our evaluators. Our prime judge is the entrepreneur who comes to our event and says, you know what, this was excellent, but this was not so much, and this I would have been done differently, and I didn't find a client, or I found 3 clients, and that's just great. So if entrepreneur finds a client in our events, that's a success story, and this is where we are aiming at. I want to give a very, very quick overview. I think I have 2 minutes time. Yeah, 1 minute. Because usually it's considered that United Nations Development Program is active in the whole region. I would just like to give you another perspective. It's not really the case. For the trade facilitation, we are the only ones who are active, and it's like really cross-border cooperation. United Nations Development Program, as a country offices, they are withdrawing actually from the region. They are focusing more on democratic governance, poverty reduction, and social spheres, but not so much on trade facilitation. So there is this program which is still running, and it's taking place in Armenia, Georgia, Moldova, and Ukraine from the Black Sea region, which is called Aid for Trade, and they are partially covering the same things what we are doing. And then I will just go very quickly through all the countries. There are very, very few programs in each of the countries. But as you can see, for example, United Nations Development Office in Bulgaria was closed this year. It is going to be closed in Russia next year. In Azerbaijan, there are no such projects for trade facilitation in their portfolio. The only country actually from all the Black Sea region, I will just go really very quickly, is Turkey. Turkey is really active, and they have a specific center designed for private sector development. I skipped it from here because it's really, the work that they're doing is just extensive. So generally that's it. I will wrap it up. If you have any questions, I will be very glad to answer them. I hope you have an overview what's happening in the region from our perspective. So thank you.